Okay, let me start off this video by saying that yes, I'm an anime fan, and I have seen a pretty good amount of anime over the years. I mean, I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and these past few years I've kind of opened more and more. My taste have grown different over the years, and yeah, I've gotten into some of the newer ones, such as My Hero Academia, and a whole lot more. And the reason why I'm putting this video is that I feel like I need to express my opinion out there. I mean, I'm sure there are tons of videos out there that have probably been discussing the same thing. And I'm here today to tell my opinion that what I think of Boruto, the next generation so far. And as we all know, this is meant to be a continuation of Naruto Shippuden, or some people just call the show Naruto Part 3. To this day, I still think Naruto Part 1 is a favorite of mine, just because we get to explore all these like interesting characters, and Naruto Shippuden was more about world building and stuff like that. And I only just now got into Boruto, like a few months ago, I believe, and I know most people watched it as soon as it launched on Crunchyroll and other programs as well. Now, I had to binge watch a majority of the Boruto episodes, and I gotta say, it was hard for me to get through it, because most of it was just well, most of it like felt unoriginal, I suppose. I don't know. And most recently, I got into the episodes where Naruto and Sasuke fight that big baddie. The big baddie was Momoshiki, and Naruto and Sasuke. Oh, spoiler warning, by the way. Naruto and Sasuke had to both team up in order to take this baddie down, and most of the events that built up to that final battle, which was an epic battle, by the way. I thought they did the battle and the animation much better in the show than they did in the actual movie, and that's cool and all, but all the episodes that built up to that, it felt unnecessary. We didn't have to sit through the events of the Boruto movie just to, you know, get to that point. It was cool. It was cool seeing Naruto and Sasuke team up, but still, we had to sit through a lot just to get to that point. People have waited a whole year to get to that point, and I've heard some people actually gave up watching the show and they just switched to the manga right off the bat. And I know that Boruto kind of started off as a spoiled brat, like at first, like. I mean, maybe he was going through like a cool phase, you know, those kids that go through a cool phase where they think, oh yeah, I'm too good for you, and you know, yeah, my mom and dad, they're cool, I guess, that kind of phase. Yeah, and granted, Boruto isn't exactly my favorite character on the show. I mean, he did kind of redeem himself in the later episodes, but like I said, we have to sit through a lot just to get to that point. Maybe later on when the show progresses, we'll get to see, we'll get to like Boruto more, but right now, he's not my favorite character. In fact, my favorite character is probably Mitsuki, mostly because he's very interesting. We even had an episode where it's centered all around him, and we get to see his origin story, and we find out that Orochimaru is the parent of Mitsuki. And we got to find out all sorts of stuff, like he has Sage Mode, which I thought was crazy. I mean, that's Jonin level shit right there. And yeah, all the other characters are pretty cool as well. Another character I like in the show so far was probably Shikadai, mostly because he reminds me a lot of Shikamaru. Well, most of the characters remind me of, you know, their counterparts, like Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, all those characters. And yeah, you could argue that it feels less like a Naruto show and more like a Boruto show, but that's exactly the point. And as a Naruto show, it's okay so far. I think a large majority of people think that way. Right now, currently in Boruto, there has been a lot of filler episodes, and I hope that doesn't continue on for the next few weeks. Hopefully, we'll get an arc that's a little more original, and the animation gets better and whatnot, and more character development, all of that good stuff. But so far, what I think of Boruto, it's an okay show. For an anime, it's an okay show. Still to this day, I still consider Naruto Part 1 to be my favorite, like I said before. The reason why Naruto Shippuden isn't superior, in my opinion, is because towards like the later arcs with the Fourth Great Ninja War, it started to become less like Naruto and more like a DBZ arc. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if people feel the same way, but maybe it's an unpopular opinion. I don't know. But yeah, Naruto Part 1 all the way. I still think it's my favorite. But yeah, I still consider Naruto to be one of my favorite anime shows out there. I know it probably sounds a bit overrated, like I could already see the comments now, like, oh, this is a Naruto fanboy, Naruto's not the greatest. I know, but I mean, there's a good reason why Naruto has lasted this long. I mean, it has great plot, interesting characters, amazing openings, by the way. Like, I still listen to it to this day. Like, the different theme songs that they have is just amazing, by the way. But yeah, there's good reason why shows like One Piece and Dragon Ball and Naruto have lasted for this long, because for one thing, they have a strong fan base as well, but you have to keep in mind that there are some characteristics about the show that kept it going on. I also wanted to point out that there was not as many filler episodes in Part 1. In Part 2, there was a lot of filler episodes, like a whole season was just filler episodes, I believe. I don't remember how many seasons where they just put in filler episodes. I might have to look back and revisit, but I just remember there being a lot of filler episodes. I mean, it wasn't Bleach bad, but it was enough to notice, if you know what I mean. So hopefully the creators of the show give us like something a little more original, give us some new, fresh ideas, more character development, all that good stuff. And yeah, I mean, yeah, again, I'm not saying the show's bad. I'd still gotta watch it. I'll probably still give my opinions about the show much later on. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how many episodes there are gonna be, but yeah.